Today we have William on together with us on the Next Gen AI podcast. Welcome, William. Welcome aboard.
Thanks for having me, Frank. Appreciate it.
That was a very dramatic entrance that you have there. You're probably the first one who done that.
What can I say? The lights are too bright, but it's okay. It's better to see you with my two eyes.
That's great. Okay, so just wanted to know a little bit more about your background as you start.
I see. I was an engineer by profession, specializing in cybersecurity. So as I stare at the computer screen for so long, you tend to lose a little bit of yourself. So I became a bit more customer facing. I moved on into the insurance space, specializing in risks for technology companies.
So will you call that term as a corporate technology risk consultant?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. That's something that I indeed do. And of course, that is my specialty lah.
Okay. So what made you really wanted to shift from the engineering side to something a little bit more customer facing? Is there like a mission is there why you're doing this? I mean, of course, you are earning your keep, but beyond that?
There are unseen battles that tech companies will need to face behind closed doors that we might not be aware of. And I myself, as an engineer previously, was exposed to all these unseen battles. And I wanted to help tech companies out, especially in the SME space.
As a consultant, you could be very general, but why do you choose, specifically technology? I think that's the something that we really wanted to hear from you.
I see. So as I mentioned previously, tech is up and coming, and there's of course a lot of unseen battles. In more recent days or more recent months, actually, cyber crimes have been on the rise, right? As you've known as well. Big firms have been hit, small firms have been hit. To get to the big firms, of course, nobody is safe whatsoever in this case lah. So I would say these are things that need to be addressed quickly. It should eventually be the norm one day to have cyber protection and clean cyber hygiene for ourselves and of course our clients as well. These are things that we need to be mindful of, because somewhere out there in the world there is someone's job whose sole purpose is to destroy your business, and that's something that we want to fix and something that we want to protect.
Was this something like a case study? Would you mind sharing it, that we don't have to hear financial details, but why did that firm decide to look for you, and how do you help them problem solve technology risk within their own organization?
Okay. So one of my big clients, or the clients that I work quite closely with, is a point of sale systems company. They do point of sales
POS?
Point of sales POS for companies such as Daiso, Mandai Bird Paradise, quite big projects as well. So all these point of sales have high volume customers. So customers will come in and out using the cash register, the self-checkout very frequently.
In terms of helping your customers, how do you distill between 100 pages of customer policies? How do you distill that? I mean, you obviously have a wealth of knowledge, and we really wanted to understand, how do you make that layman to your clients that you partner with?
It's kind of like where the value of education comes in, I would say. So my job, of course, is to help my clients and my prospects make an informed decision when it comes to getting coverage. So, of course, the way we usually do is I'll set up a consultation slot and I'll explain the value of cyber insurance, why it's important, why technological insurance is important, how it can help your company. And of course, I'll share some case studies as well with cases that have happened in the past from well-known sources like the Straits Times. It's in the news, but some people are not caught up.
So in terms of the ideal clients that you manage or you like to work with, could you describe a little bit more about your personas that you like to work with?
Okay. So I love working with tech companies that, of course, first and foremost are service providers. Because as a service provider, you have to uphold some kind of standards to the clients that you are meeting, that you are giving your service to. So it's even more important that your services remain at top standard. And of course, you can fully focus yourself and dedicate yourself to the client without fear of damaging their reputation, damaging your reputation, incurring losses on both your end and the client's end. So these are something that I would like to work with to make sure that both parties can ensure safety and, of course, peace of mind in the tech space. Alternatively, I also like to work with semi-regional companies as well. So companies with branches in, let's say, Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam, Indonesia. These are all companies that I can work with as well, because my firm is in a semi-regional space. So of course, all these are some stuff that I can provide for, in addition to the standard Singaporean-based company.
How would you say you would service a client from Indonesia? Would there be language barriers, or would there be a wider team support that you have together with you?
Yes, so we do have some help with or some collaborations with Indonesian teams as well. So of course, the language barrier will be assisted on that front as well. However, the knowledge will be coming from myself as the specialist in that front. So of course, ideally, we have someone that can communicate and allow the translation to go through smoothly such that we can help them.
Would you be willing also to invest time to make a trip down, spend some time at the client's office, for them to really understand what you can do? We just wanted to understand the value-added customer service that you're willing to perform together with your clients.
Of course, definitely. I feel like it takes two hands to clap, right? So of course, understanding my perspective, why I can help you, I also need to understand what your company does and how I can assist your company to grow your company further in this space.
You obviously seem like a great team leader. So I just really wanted to understand your aspirations as well. Like, what would be your next 1 to 2 years kind of a plan for yourself, your teams?
I see. Yeah. So as of now, I would say I'll begin growing my team to cater more to tech companies. So as of now, I run my practice mostly in a small team of 2 or 3 people, because it is quite difficult to get into the tech space without prior knowledge. So there's some kind of training that's involved there, which can get quite difficult if you are not from an engineering or tech-based background. So that's something that I'm still working towards and I'm still trying to train up new talent in that space.
Technology client is not really looking towards ensuring certain things to do cost savings. How are some of the value add that you can actually provide them by connecting the dots between, say, a potential client of yours, together with some service providers, as you astutely mentioned?
I see. This is very simple. I mean, Frank, you are one of the best examples of this as well, right? I mean, I referred cases left, right, center, of course, to my clients that have abilities to do so. I think I keep my ears open quite well, in a sense where if I know there's a project that one of my clients or one of my partners are able to handle the project, I'll gladly refer it to you guys or whoever is able to ensure that, of course, the referral is kept fresh, the connections are made. I would say the whole ecosystem is kept alive and whole as general, and we all thrive together as one family.
How should someone connect with you to understand a little bit more about your services, website or social media? Could you share any channels, form of channels that people should reach out to you towards?
Sure. So of course you can reach me at my LinkedIn, of course, William Archery, WILLIAM space ARCHERY. Alternatively, my website is also engage, engage.fa.com.sg/William Archery as well. No spacing between any of those.
Share a bit about nuggets of wisdom it could be an entrepreneur, it could be someone who is starting out their journey, their career. Could you share pockets of wisdom?
So my nuggets of wisdom, I would say, is just to try whatever might come your way. I would say there's no loss in trying. I would say you miss 100% of the chances you don't take, right? As the famous quote always goes. So I would say just try whatever comes your way. Just receive everything with open mind, and I would say it'll benefit you one way or another in the future or the days to come anyway.
And with that, let's wrap up our coffee chat today to the Next Gen AI podcast. We look forward to having you again, William, right?
Thanks for having
who
me.
is a corporate technology risk consultant. You know where to reach him. And thank you so much, William.
Thanks so much for having me, Frank. I appreciate it.